All right, let's get this red, blue, white synchronicity cracking. Hope you guys all right. Welcome back to another beautiful walk with Muhammad. One thing I'm starting to understand is you don't even have to deal with gang stalking to see how controlled the world we live in is. You know? It's just like clockwork, you know? These people setting up crisis acting, things for us to all pay our attention to. You know, then we all get out there, protests, and, you know, more people get hurt, and you hear about other little trickles of effect happening during a certain event. And then, you know, something else happens, and everyone forget about that situation, and then on to the next situation, and, you know, like a lateral effect. But at the end of the day, no one truly gives a fuck about nothing, you know? It's all a fucking psyop. You got people playing games with you. You got people around here getting watched and stalked and harassed and messed with and tortured and played with. You know? You got these people constantly playing with us. All type of unknown crimes and horrors and destruction around the globe. And what do? Just watch. Feel sad one day, then happy the next. Slaving away in a system that don't care nothing about us. We always complaining about bills and the world and the system, but we're just freely living in it without asking questions. Without questioning our presidents, you know, these politicians, nothing. We're praying for a better day, and shit never changes, you know? And you got people like targeted individuals who deal with some of the most demonic, fucked up disrespect tactics from society itself. You know, it's like these people are constantly watching us, right? Like T.I.'s, you can attest to how much you're watching. I mean, just the other day, I was in, Giant Eagle, and I stand in the line. I kid you not. You know, I'm standing in the line, you know, well, I go get my usual thing, you know, they like to watch her pattern, you know, I'm standing behind the lady, she got red on, she's taking her time, she's literally, so I'm standing behind one person in the Pacific line to grab a Pacific item, and she's literally taking 5 to 10 minutes. I get in the line, where everybody has few things, you know. Every single person is swiping their card and it's like, bam, bam, bam. It's not working. I get behind an old dude. He's literally swiping the back of his card. He's not even swiping it right. And it keeps over. He literally does it like 7 times. You know, these are certain things I deal with that I don't talk about. You know, and the whole time I'm standing in the line, I'm looking all around me. It's kind of packed in Giant Eagle. You could just see it. You could just see the hate eyes staring at you, you know, and all sides of you. You know, there's people just literally standing next to me with their head turned, staring at me. You know, you feel somebody looking at you, look at them, they look away, you look the other way. You know, you see somebody staring at them, you stare back at them, then they look away. It's like, you know, what is this world, bro? You people can watch Pacific people in the community, but y'all can't stop children from disappearing. Y'all can't stop females from disappearing. You can't stop anybody from disappearing. But y'all can watch a targeted individual every single day of its existence, of our existence. What is the excuse, man? What excuse? Y'all want to tell yourself that y'all watching the most dangerous people, but you look at the news, you're hearing all type of, like, come on, man. You hearing all type of stuff. Even with the little shooting that just happened. You telling me there's people stationed up on all different places to get all different type of angles of the supposed shooting? But ain't no one, like, come on. It's just like, it's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's a psyop. You know, even that shooting, you know what's funny about that shooting that just happened? You know, I don't have to say much. And this is for entertainment purposes only. You know, that shooting happened. It happened a block away from where George Floyd, you know, supposedly died. And you want to know what's on that same type of area? A Freemasonic lodge. When y'all gonna realize that the world is more of a stage than what y'all think? I mean, as a targeted individual, look, of course my camera going foggy. Why is it doing that? Anyway, but as a targeted individual, you even start to see how you have crisis actors around the community not doing a damn thing. How is that possible? You start to see how fake the world really is, man. And then it starts to make a little bit more sense, you know? It starts to make a little bit more sense on why the world is the way it is. I'm sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought because it's just so much. You know, for the longest I've been really doing some inner work and meditating and really sitting down and thinking. Every day I step outside, it's just quiet. You know, it's just the same repeated factor, the giggles, the laugh, the street theater, the loud chaotic noises. It's like the world don't even feel like the world anymore. And you don't even have to be a targeted individual to acknowledge that. It just seems like something missing. Like the soul, the spirit, you know, the oomph in life, if that makes any sense. Like everybody's just on autopilot, man. Like you see the same things. You see the runners, you see the dog walkers, you see the bike riders, you know, the looking down, the coughing as they run past, you know. It's like y'all want to make it feel like us targeted individuals is such in a box, but at the same time, you show how soulless your city really is. Like I don't view y'all as some force to be fearful of or to be worried about. Y'all just show me the reasoning on why I am the way I am is even more justified. Why I choose to stay alone and mind my own business. You know, you don't even want to speak about the mimicry. You don't even want to speak about the mimicry as a targeted individual. Everything, you know, you down to if you decide to, you know, get new clothes and shit and get new outfits, you'll see people walking around with outfits you bought the previous day. You know, you like to go do something, you know, by yourself. You know, you'll see other people sooner or later come out of nowhere, start doing the same thing. You know, whatever you're doing in your spare time, you'll hear people talking about it. You watch a certain movie, you'll hear somebody talking about the movie you just watched. You're playing a game, you hear somebody talk about, oh, I'm a gamer. And, you know, like, what's the desperation to wanting to let us know that y'all are watching everything that we do? And then as a TI, you start to see it's not even about getting to talk to you, get to know you. It's, you know, just like Richard Pryor said, they not fucking with you because they can't fuck with you. You know? Even this dude who just, you see me talking, you gonna sit there and ask a lighter and then don't even make eye contact with me, bro. Weird shit, bro. This is why a lot of the times I don't even recognize the people around me in the city of Pittsburgh. You know? Like I'm looking at him on my peripheral vision. Hey, you got a lighter? You got a lighter? And I'm looking at him and like my eyes I see him on the peripheral vision. As soon as he asks me for a lighter, I look at him. He's not even looking at me, bro. But it's because he knows I'm recording. Majority of the people in the city, they know I make content. They know whenever I'm holding my phone up, I'm recording, I'm making a video. So they'll constantly have people around me trying to distract me anytime I'm doing something. Like I'll walk through the whole city with my hands in my pocket, not talking, minding my own business. And nobody won't say a word to me. If I try to make a video walking through the city, this is why you see when I make my videos, I try to be in isolated locations. If I try to make a video walking through downtown, now everybody want to act normal. Niggas want to stop and try to ask me for questions. It's the same way if I'm listening to music and I'm honestly enjoying myself. You might hear me rapping. You might hear me freestyling. And then they'll have people walk past me, bobbing their head, you know, looking at me like they just, I don't know how to explain it, like a very mimicking, mocking way, bruh. Like, it's not like, you know, you walking past people with a boombox and, you know, people just start dancing out of pure joy. It's like they want to mock. It's like, I don't know what it is, man. It's like dealing with harassment from a whole community is one hell of a life-changing experience. You know, it makes you start to question the world that you live in. You know, and a lot of the times, like I said, from the perspective of the people participating in our harassment, I can just even feel the vibes of these people. Like, a lot of these people find it funny or amusing, but at the same time, like I said, it's like they don't see like how spiritually they show how they're the toxic individuals, if that even makes any sense. Like, they show you how they're not genuine people. You know, they're not people who like everything that they do is not a genuine response to you. It's a controlled like action. Like it's almost like it's forced, and it's forced to inflict or have you respond in a negative way. And I don't even know if I'm making sense, but it's just, I can see it in my head clearly. You know, I'm not the most intelligent person, you know, but one thing I will say is I kind of feel like I am spiritually intelligent. You know, I can feel more than the average person. And this is why me dealing with this level of harassment, it's like it's not that I worry about anything that these people do, because trust me, I never given a reaction. And then when I do, is because I'm testing to see the response, like see how invested people are. You know, sometimes people start acting animalistic if I start talking out loud about how people are gang stalking and harassing me. Like, it doesn't make sense, you know? You know, even shit like this, I speak about the colors all the time. Red, blue synchronicities, you know, what you get. This is just another example of red, blue synchronicity with the dog walking. Everything is controlled, you know? Hello, doggo. How you doing? Hey. You have a nice day. You know? You know, animals, man, it's just... See, and that's one thing is why I speak so adamantly about, you know, the things in this world, because everything is energy. And I feel like most people, when they look at my content, they just gonna say he's complaining, he's out of his mind, he's crazy, he's this, he's that. But honestly, it's energy, man. You know, I just feel that something is not right. And most days, yeah, I might be complaining. I might be talking about the same thing. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to open up to the ones who understand energy and can really, even when I have days where you can't understand or, you know, follow me, I'm speaking to the ones who can really feel me, if that makes any sense. You know, you're able to look between the, you know, if I'm aggravated or mad, and you can actually hear the message. You know, it's not right, man. The way people are acting, and I don't care what the excuse is behind people wanting to torture you, but at the end of the day, for the perps that's watching, for the people who know what's going on but just don't care because of money or materialism, or because they're too scared to say anything, you know, y'all the reason why this world is the way it is. I'm no longer blaming the elitists and the people who laid out the blueprint for humanity to follow. Now it's the community, you know? And you start to see that there's people in the community who sees, and almost 9 times out of 10, they're always going to be looked at as the crazy ones. For whatever reason, when you see through the lies and you start to speak up, you don't just keep that information to yourself and you start to speak out against the corruption. It's almost always the same thing. They're always going to lump you in the category of someone who's crazy or you're weird for seeing certain things. Why is the world like that? And we obviously know that there's evil principalities in high places. Everybody's supposedly godly people. Everyone always want to speak about God, even these people, celebrities. But we see it, man. We understand the ritualistic crap that these people do. We see the subliminalism on TV and in their concerts, but people still just still go, knowing that knowing subconsciously at least that they're participating in some type of ritual. You can see it if you look. For my people who can't see, I advise you to study. I advise you to look into these things they don't want you to look into. These Freemasonic books and stuff, you can see the symbolism everywhere. You can see the triangles. You can see the red. You can see the one-eye symbolism. You can literally see all the demonic things that we're willingly participating on a daily basis. And when you speak about it, you're crazy. But once you see it, it's like once your mind opens up to the fact that this is really a fallen world, there's no going back. It don't matter if I was dealing with gang stalking or not. I see that there's something off about the world. I can see that there's something severely wrong about the world. I'm still thinking about that dog, man. That shit, I ain't gonna lie, it threw me off for a little bit, but energy never lies, man. I just know that person got the directive to come out here. There's no such thing to, colorimetry, man, is the things they like to do, man. A lot of the times, not everybody be in on the harassment, And even animals, and it's like animals especially can always see that. Since it's been cold for so long, I haven't been outside for a hot minute, but y'all see the videos. It don't matter if I'm sitting outside downtown, even if I don't even have food, pigeons flying near me. I go sit out in the open field somewhere, squirrels coming out of nowhere, just running up to me. I don't never feed squirrels. I don't even be in places where where other people might feed squirrels. They just run up to me for whatever reason. Energy's everything, man. This is why these people they're using physical shit to try to destroy your image and your character and who you are. And a lot of times you can forget that, man. You can fall into depression. You can fall into an artificial misery because of your targeting. These people, bro, they wish they can exploit and use our energy, the energy we have to bring people together, to have people feel good. You think these people can? No, the whole purpose of these people is to have people feel miserable. These people they destroy everything. And I already made a title of a video like that. We create, they destroy. This whole channel, this whole community, the people I done brought together, even though there might be some perps amongst us. We created this. I started it, but together we created it. If it wasn't for y'all liking, sharing, commenting, other people would never even have found this type of channel. And I'm learning to try to branch off to start talking about other things, because we know now. We know now the basis of targeting, the colors, the synchronicities, the games, and it's like even me starting off this video, it's really, I'm looking at the rest of the world. When you actually take a break from your targeting, you'll start to see this is why most people will never even catch on or let alone believe the things we're going through because they're too busy trapped in other spells. And I don't fault them for it, man. The world is under heavy mind control, whether people want to believe that or not. Money and materialism has blinded many people. It's a spell, I do believe in heaven and hell, but I also believe that certain individuals sent here to help has been here multiple times, man. I'm going to upload a video that's going to be a dream I just had. It was very eye-opening, Like even now, look, I'm getting close to my destination, going back to the color synchronicities. Just look at the perfect synchronicity. What are the odds? Red, blue. Nothing's by accident, bro. All these people, everything is calculated. Everything is all by design. They don't do nothing without a directive. These people will get to the point where they're exploiting their own families and children. But I say it all the time. Perfect synchronicities, red, blue. But you couldn't be wearing a green shirt or, a purple shirt or, a black shirt, Certain things you just got to look at for what it is, man. But I don't want this video to be too long. Like I said, I'm going to upload a video. I've been kind of holding on to it because I don't know if y'all want that type of content. And I mean, just in case, if you watch this video throughout the end, let me know. Leave a comment, leave a like, lets me know if y'all want me to see that, comment if you want me to upload that video about that dream, because I'm telling you, it was a wild one, But this is Muhammad, man. I'm up out of here. Stay up and stay high vibrational. I'm gone.